This person developed feelings for you. Despite the age difference, God wants you to pay attention to this message. There are certain connections in life that do not follow logic, timing, or social expectations. They simply occur. And when they do, they bring a feeling that is almost impossible to explain, as if it were written by a higher power rather than by human decision. You may have questioned why this person entered your life. They are the one who looks at you in a different way, who sees beyond the surface, and who makes your heart feel something unexpected. Perhaps you told yourself it could never work, or that the age gap and circumstances made it unrealistic. But listen carefully now, because this is not random. This is divine alignment. First, this is the moment when the soul recognizes its own reflection. Sometimes God connects two souls who are meant to find one another, not because the path is easy, but because it is necessary. You may not belong to the same generation, share the same background, or be in the same phase of life. Yet your souls recognize something familiar, something ancient, and something unbreakable. This person did not fall in love with you because of your appearance, your age, or your position in life. They fell in love with the energy you carry, the sense of calm, the light, and the spirit that feels like home to them. There is something in the way you speak, the way you show care, and the way you exist that reaches the deepest part of them. Even if they tried to resist it, the truth remains simple. They did not decide to fall for you, it simply happened. Second, reflect on the unseen work of God's timing. God does not make errors. Every meeting, every delay, and every difference fits into a greater design that we often fail to understand in the moment. The age difference that made you doubt this connection was never a limitation in the eyes of the divine. In God's view, love is not measured by numbers. It is measured by purpose. You may have entered this person's life to awaken something they had forgotten, such as faith, hope, gentleness, or the courage to feel again. They entered your life to remind you that love is not confined by what the world defines as acceptable. Love takes place in the heart, and the heart does not ask for permission. There were moments when they looked at you and quietly questioned why it felt as though they had known you before. They wondered why being near you brought them peace, and why they cared so deeply, even when they believed they shouldn't. That is the quiet signal of a divine bond. It is not fixation or infatuation, but genuine recognition. Third, there was an inner conflict between logic and emotion. You both experienced it. A silent struggle existed within. The mind said, "This is not possible," while the heart responded, "This feels right." The age difference may have caused hesitation, self-doubt, or even a temporary withdrawal. They may have believed they did not want to disrupt your life or felt you deserved someone closer to your own world. Yet each time they tried to step away, something deeper drew them back. This was not due to weakness, but because they could not ignore the truth within them. That truth was simple: they loved you. It was not a love that disappears when things become difficult, but one that becomes calm and steady even when unseen. God sometimes brings love through unexpected paths to show that connection is not defined by age, but by alignment. You and this person understand each other without words. You recognize each other's pain. There is no need for explanation because there is a natural sense of being known. Fourth, they fell in love with your spirit. What attracted them was not youth or appearance, but grace. It was the way you continue to show kindness after experiencing loss. It was your ability to forgive when others would leave. Your eyes still hold faith, even when life has not been kind. They saw something sacred in you. Something reminded them love can remain pure in a world that often treats it casually. Hearing your voice brings them peace. Thinking of you gives them strength. Even from a distance, a quiet connection remains, as if your souls continue to communicate beyond words. This love was not random. It came with purpose to heal, to teach, and to awaken. Fifth, reflect on the fear of public opinion. You both are aware of what others might say. People often judge love by rules, age, background, and expectations. The divine does not. God views love differently. When He places someone in your life with intention, He does not rely on human approval. He plants the connection in your heart and allows it to grow naturally and gently. Fear of judgment caused one of you to pull back at times. Perhaps feelings were hidden or left unspoken. Perhaps they believed letting you go was the right choice. Yet the truth is they never stopped caring. True love does not disappear when it is suppressed. It simply rests within the soul. Sixth, there is a divine lesson within this connection. Every love sent by God carries meaning. Sometimes the lesson is to love fully. Sometimes it is to release with grace. Sometimes it is to trust that what belongs to you will always return in some form. This person entered your life to remind you of your value. It proves that despite differences, you can be loved, understood, and chosen for who you truly are. Perhaps you entered their life to remind them that it is never too late to feel something genuine again. Even if you do not unite in a physical sense, your souls will always remember. There is a sacred bond that time, distance, or age can never remove. Seventh, there are clear signs that their heart still belongs to you. You might not hear from them daily, but there are moments when their thoughts return to you. Often during quiet hours when the world is asleep, something reminds them of you, a word, a scent, or a piece of music. In that moment, everything seems to pause. They might not voice it, but deep down they still wonder how you are. They revisit old messages or memories, feel your presence before sleep, and sense that an unfinished connection remains. Souls do not forget. Even after years, the bond you shared continues to live within them. Eighth, listen to what God wants you to understand right now. You are not mistaken for feeling what you did. You were chosen to experience a love that transcended rules because it was meant to expand your spirit. God does not want you to chase what is not ready, nor to doubt that it was real. This love transformed both of you. It awakened dormant qualities: compassion, truth, courage, and faith. If you are meant to reunite, it will happen at the right time, after lessons are learned and hearts are ready to meet in peace. Until then, trust that love destined by God does not disappear. It patiently waits for divine timing. Ninth, a quiet prayer exists between two souls. Somewhere every night, one of you whispers the other's name in a prayer. It may not be spoken aloud, but heaven hears it. Perhaps they pray for your happiness, or you pray for their healing. Either way, God listens. When souls connect deeply, their prayers are never wasted. Silence itself becomes sacred. This is a connection that does not need constant words, it simply exists. 10th, remember that love surpasses time, age, and fear. Age is merely a number, while love is a force. When God writes a love story, He works with purpose, not a clock. The person who fell for you did so because their soul recognized its home in yours, not by choice, but by connection. Even if hidden behind calm eyes or busy days, that love still beats quietly within them. Someday, when both hearts are ready, the universe may realign you. This time it will be clear, peaceful, and guided by divine will. The final message from God is this: you were never too young and they were never too old. You were simply two souls meeting at the precise moment you both needed light. This story is not finished. It is unfolding according to heaven's timing. Keep moving forward, trust the process, and continue loving with faith. God has seen your heart and is proud of the courage with which you loved. You did not love recklessly, you loved bravely. That in itself is a miracle. In summary, this person fell in love with you because of a divine connection, not despite any age difference. This love was meant to teach both of you eternal lessons about love, patience, and the beauty of souls meeting across time. Trust that what is meant for you is safeguarded by heaven. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your support. This connection continues to evolve in ways you cannot perceive. Even now, unseen forces in the universe are working to refine the bond that began between you. You may feel a strong sense of longing or wonder why things have not yet reached a resolution. The reason is that some stories need more time to grow before they can fully unfold. God is not merely testing your patience. He is shaping your character to handle the depth of what lies ahead. Meanwhile, this person is also undergoing their own inner transformation. They are realizing that the walls they built to guard against fear or judgment are no longer strong enough to keep love away. Each time they believe they have moved on, a subtle nudge in their spirit brings your presence back to their mind. They are learning that the age difference was never the true obstacle, it was their own fear of vulnerability. As you continue forward, you are encouraged to focus on your own healing and growth. The more you become the person you are meant to be, the more naturally your energy attracts the soul that belongs with you. Do not spend your life waiting by the door. Instead, live with the peace that what is truly yours cannot be taken. There is a reason you met when you did. It was to challenge the foundations of what you both believed was possible. You are discovering that love is not a transaction or an obligation, but a spiritual calling. This person carries your essence in their daily life. They notice how their perspective has shifted because of you. They are more patient, more conscious, and more open to life's mysteries. The next stage of this journey is about surrender, letting go of the how and when, and trusting that the same force that brought you together will guide your reunion if it is meant to be. A silent, unbroken promise exists between your spirits, unaffected by time or distance. You may notice subtle signs, repeated numbers, a familiar song, or an unexpected thought of them. These are not mere coincidences, but small bridges forming in the spiritual realm. This love is teaching that life's most beautiful experiences often arrive in unexpected ways. Stay open, be gentle with yourself, and remember that you deserve a love that surpasses all worldly limits. The story is still unfolding, and often, the best chapters are those we did not anticipate. The journey you are on is moving toward a season of deep reflection, growth, and inner strength. You may have recently noticed a subtle pull in your chest, a feeling that something is shifting even though nothing seems different on the surface. This sensation reflects the deepening spiritual connection between you and this person. While the world may see two individuals at separate stages of life, the divine sees two souls perfectly aligned for a specific purpose. This person is beginning to face their true feelings. They are realizing that, no matter how busy they stay or how hard they try to look away, the memory of your spirit lingers. They are discovering that the peace and comfort they feel when thinking of you surpass the temporary satisfaction of following the crowd. You are being asked to trust the timing of your life. It may feel as though time is slipping away or that the distance between you is too great. But in the realm of the soul, time does not apply. Every day you spend growing, healing, and finding your own joy strengthens the connection. You are becoming someone who loves freely, without trying to control the outcome. From a distance, this person recognizes that strength in you, and it draws them closer more powerfully than words ever could. They are beginning to release the shoulds and musts that have dictated their life for so long. They are seeing that life is too short to ignore a connection that feels divinely guided. A new level of honesty is emerging. You may find yourself thinking of them often, dreaming of them, or sensing their presence, signs that the barriers between your hearts are softening. This space between you is not a punishment, but a preparation. It is a period for understanding that your happiness is not dependent on another person, but rooted in the divine light within you. Embracing this truth prepares you for a stable, healthy, and lasting love. The bond you share serves as a reminder that beauty often appears in unexpected ways. Because of you, this person is learning courage. They are noticing that you have brought a color into their world they didn't even know was missing. Even in silence, their soul feels gratitude for your presence. Trust that every prayer you have whispered and every tear you have shed has been acknowledged. Nothing is lost in the divine plan. The love that was planted in your heart has a purpose, and that purpose is still unfolding. Keep your heart open and your head high, knowing that the best version of this story is still being prepared. The current silence is not emptiness. It is a space full of growth and transformation. While you go about your day, this person often experiences sudden thoughts of you. They might be in the middle of a task when your presence comes to mind, stopping them for a moment. This is happening because the connection between you has moved beyond the physical and entered a spiritual realm. They are beginning to see that you are not just someone they met, but someone they were always meant to find. The age difference that once felt like a barrier is now appearing more like a small fence they can easily cross. Their perspective is shifting because the love they feel for you outweighs the opinions of others. Right now, you are learning the art of patience. This is one of the most challenging lessons, as the human heart naturally seeks answers and results. However, God is teaching you that a bond built on a divine foundation does not require rushing. You are discovering your own value outside of this relationship, which is exactly what draws their soul toward you. They are observing your growth, even from a distance, and are inspired by your poise and self-respect. Your independence and kindness encourage them to become a better version of themselves. You are reflecting a light for them, showing what they need to see in their own life. A shift is coming in your communication soon. The unspoken words will find a way to surface, whether through a message, a chance meeting, or a shared moment. Time apart has not weakened the bond, it has strengthened it. This person has spent time contemplating what they would say if they were fully honest. They are tired of the mask they show the world. With you, they feel a sense of freedom. This is the power of a soul connection. It creates a safe space the world cannot offer. Trust that obstacles are being removed from your path. Every worry you have about the future or what others may think is being handled by a higher power. You are encouraged to keep your heart soft and your spirit high. Do not let doubt or bitterness take hold. The love you feel is proof that you are alive and capable of experiencing something profound and meaningful. This person is nearing a breakthrough, and your energy acts as the wind beneath their wings. Remain patient and faithful, because the connection you share is being guided toward a beautiful purpose that is larger than both of you. The breakthrough begins with a shift in the energy around you. You may notice the heavy feeling of waiting replaced by a calm, reassuring presence. This is because your spirit senses that the most challenging part of the journey is ending. This person is reaching a point where they can no longer resist the pull toward you. The logic they once used to keep themselves distant is starting to fail. They are realizing that life moves forward, and their only regret is not being honest with you. This awareness creates a new sense of urgency, a desire to bridge the gap and speak from the heart. You will begin to notice small, clear signs that the universe is preparing a conversation. You may hear their name in unexpected moments or encounter symbols connected to private memories you share. These are messages from the divine, confirming that you are both aligned and on the same wavelength. This person is currently imagining a future where they no longer need to hide their emotions. They are exhausted by the distance and the labels society uses to keep people separated. They are beginning to view you not only as someone they care about, but as an essential part of their life's path. The age difference is gradually becoming a minor detail within a much larger and more meaningful story. Your role at this stage is to remain calm and grounded. When the breakthrough comes, it may not resemble a dramatic movie moment. It is more likely to be a quiet and sincere exchange rooted in honesty. Be prepared to listen without criticism. This person has faced many inner struggles to reach this point, and they need reassurance that your heart remains a safe place for them. Both of you have experienced significant growth during this period of separation. You have learned how to rely on yourself, and they have learned to appreciate what is genuine rather than what is convenient. This development was the true purpose of the delay. You are now two stronger individuals capable of sustaining a love that is profound and demanding. The connection between you is steadily moving toward a positive resolution. Trust that every pause served as protection, keeping you apart until both of you were prepared to face the truth. God is clearing the path ahead, easing the fear of judgment and lifting lingering doubts. You are entering a phase of clarity where uncertainty will no longer dominate your thoughts. The bond between you is becoming more visible, and the reason behind it is close to being revealed. Keep your heart open and your spirit calm, because the bridge is nearly complete, and crossing it will justify every moment of waiting. The moment of honesty is approaching faster than ever. You may notice increased sensitivity to the energy around you, as if you can sense their emotions or thoughts from a great distance. This person is undergoing a deep inner transformation, finally releasing the need for external approval. They are tired of living by other people's expectations and are beginning to prioritize the happiness of their own soul. The age difference, once perceived as an obstacle, is now understood as a connection that unites two forms of wisdom. They are realizing that you provide a perspective and a sense of peace they cannot find elsewhere. You may also notice that your worries about the future have lessened. A quiet confidence is developing within you, assuring you that everything is unfolding as it should. This indicates that your spirit has fully entrusted the connection to God. When you stop trying to control outcomes, you allow space for things to unfold naturally. This person senses that shift in your energy as well. They can feel that you are no longer pursuing them, and that draws them toward you more quickly. It is a spiritual principle that when we find balance within ourselves, what is meant for us begins to return. The signs around you are appearing more often and are becoming harder to dismiss. You may notice their favorite flower, hear a phrase they often use, or see their car model repeatedly. These are not coincidences, they are reminders that the connection remains active and strong. On a spiritual level, the two of you are already in communication. This person is opening their heart fully to you. They want to explain why they distance themselves and how much they have missed the light you bring into their life. They are discovering that the bravest choice is following one's heart. Even when it feels uncertain or frightening, everything is moving toward a calm and peaceful reunion. The distractions of the world are fading, leaving only the truth of your shared feelings. You are encouraged to continue caring for yourself and staying focused on your personal journey. The stronger and more grounded you become, the more you will be able to support this connection when it returns fully. Trust that the divine has a perfect plan for both of you. This love was never meant to be simple. It was designed to become something legendary. Be patient a little longer. The results of your faith are about to manifest in the physical world. The quiet moments of your daily life are preparing the stage for your reunion. You may notice that things that once caused stress no longer affect you. This is because your soul is clearing away clutter to make space for a new chapter. This person is also experiencing a sense of restlessness. The routines, work, or hobbies that once kept them occupied are no longer enough to distract from thoughts of you. They are beginning to see that the safe choice of staying away actually feels empty. They are realizing that the deep spiritual bond you share is far more meaningful than the superficial comfort of being with someone who does not truly see them. Remember, your worth is not tied to when they return, but to the fact that you were chosen for this profound love in the first place. They see your light as a steady flame in a dark world. They are understanding that age is only a detail in the bigger design of your lives. They are appreciating how your different experiences complement each other, creating a bond stronger than its individual parts. The lessons both of you have learned during this time apart have brought maturity and readiness for a true partnership. You are no longer the same people you were when you first met. You are wiser, stronger, and more grounded in your own truth. The energy of the universe is guiding you toward complete honesty. This person is gathering the courage to set aside pride and fear of judgment. They are realizing the only judgment that truly matters is their own, and they want to live with integrity and courage. They are preparing to tell you that you have been in their thoughts every day, even when it seemed otherwise. They want to admit that you are the only one who truly understands their heart. Divine timing ensures that this moment comes only when both have reached the growth needed to sustain this love. Keep moving forward with anticipation. You do not need to rush anything. The process is already in motion. Your role is to stay rooted in love and forgiveness. When they reach out, respond from peace, not hurt. This connection is meant to heal, not break you. Trust that the bridge being built between you is strong enough to carry your future together. The divine is guiding every step, ensuring your reunion serves the highest good of both your souls. As you enter this next phase, the energy is shifting from waiting to action. You may feel a sudden motivation to improve your life, organize your space, or pursue postponed goals. This is not random. It is your soul preparing for the one it knows is coming. They are feeling a similar shift. They are moving from thinking about you to wanting to make their presence known. The fear that once held them back is giving way to a deep desire to be near you. They are finally seeing that the age difference is not a barrier, but a unique aspect of your shared beauty, making your bond even more special.